Welcome again.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Iqbal, in session 2, we are going to talk about your side, yeah, about your skill, yeah, communication, yeah.
Mhm.
Uh, your expertise is communication skill, and you said
Mhm.
communication and skill is two words, uh, different meaning, and communication
Yeah.
have is own definition, and also skill which has own definition. Can you just let me know more definition, communication, and skills? Yeah. Um, yeah. As you know, I don't have much information, knowledge about
Okay.
skill, yeah, communication skills. This is my opinion. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. I think communication skill are the abilities or techniques are used to exchange information, ideas,
Mhm.
feeling effectively. Yeah, the keyword
Mhm. Exactly.
of expressing yourself clearly,
Mhm.
effectively, understanding
Mhm.
understanding nonverbal cues, yeah, and
Mhm.
adapting communication to different situations. That is my
Yes.
opinion. That's why these skills play a crucial role in both personal and professional contexts. Yeah. Now,
Mhm. Yeah.
I would like to invite you. Let's explore the different aspect of communication skill. Okay,
Okay.
could you help me? Take your time.
Okay. So, first of all, when we talk about communications, everybody, even every people, they have thoughts, they have feelings. And sometimes we are unable to communicate our feelings, and the communication of the feelings, it has different ways. And there are lots of people, they have feeling, but they cannot convert their feeling into words. And they have emotions, they have feelings, but they are unable to communicate with other people. But yes, the communication of the feeling, they have different ways. Sometimes you are an artist and you are making picture, you are making portrait, you are expressing your feeling through your art. Sometimes you are a poet and you are playing with the words. And sometimes you are a broadcaster, you are keep on talking without thinking. Maybe the other person is listening, you are not. So everybody has their own way of communicating. In general, for example, there is insects, the birds, the animals, they also communicate to each other. They have signs. They have, and in the same way, when we are going to communicate someone, yes, I can, for example, there is a foreigner. I don't know any language, you don't know any language, but we have given the symbols to our needs, what we want to communicate to the other person. For example, I don't know English, you don't know English, you're Indonesian, I'm from Pakistan, and I need water. And what is the only way I can explain that I need water, that I can make a sign of water? So these type of signs, that is the primitive societies. These type of the signs are the way of communication. But with the passage of time, it became narrowed down. It becomes we have assigned these signs to the language words. For example, if I call water, automatically there would be a sign of a glass of water in your mind. And if I'm asking you that I just want to quench my thirst, then automatically you will bring a glass of water for me. So it means we have assigned some words to our emotions. So, in the same way, gradually, when we invent a language, in language, it doesn't mean uh, we are speaking some specific knowledge, some specific languages, Indonesian, Urdu, Punjabi, or English or Arabic, whatever the language is. In some time there was a need that there should be a language that can communicate the feeling all over the world, and we call it in the international language like the English or some other language that in the same category, they fall in the same category. But whatever the language you are speaking, there are few rules that are common. Every word, it has signs, it has own shape. How it has own shape? For example, some people ask me, are the people who are communicating or who are the broadcaster, what should be the exact speed of speaking? Some people, should I speak slowly? Should I speak fast? And the simple answer is every word had its own shape. When you grab that word and when you utter that word according to its shape, automatically you find the right speed. When you overlap the words, when you give the stresses and pauses, unnecessary stresses and pauses, it interrupts. And automatically, the other person who is listening to you, who are talking to you, his attention will divert. And if you want to be influential speaker, then this is important. Then do not let them think. You should have a plenty of words. Words are going to surrounding around you. For example, if you are speaking and the next word is coming back from your mind, that what word we are going to deliver after that. In the same way, when there is a child and you have a plate of cookie in front of him, he is just picking one cookie, and side by side he is looking at the other cookie, which one I'm going to pick it again. So the same way, if you are speaking, then you should have some words automatically in your mind, in your backside, that what you are going to say next. And how is it possible? When you have practiced, because there is no alternative practice. The more you will practice, the more you will fluent in your language. Not only fluent, you will get the expertise. I give you an example. For example, there is a book of English, a literary book in front of you. And when you are speaking, when you're going to read for the first time, you will read so carefully. And if I ask someone to speak it loudly, automatically he will, because for the first time he is reading, he has no practice. Automatically, he will give some unnecessary pause, and he will stuck somewhere. And when I will ask, for example, you are a person and I give you a book and I ask you just hey, okay, just read page number 70. And when you start reading, automatically, because you're reading for the first time, there are maybe some words you have to read carefully because those words are new. But if I ask the second time, automatically those words which you are going to step for the first time, next time you can easily utter those words. And on the third time and the fourth time, and after that there will be a stage and you can easily read everything. And sometime if the passage is short, you can learn by heart, and without saying you can deliver. In the same way, I tell you one thing, sometimes all the people, they're not good speaker, but did you find you have the experience? Sometimes a marketing people comes to you and they are just keep on talking with the fluency because these things they have already presented many times. So it means they have the practice. But on the same way, if you are talking in general point of view, if you're discussing the general things, they cannot talk so much fluently. So this is the reason. And secondly, when you're going to speak, at least you should have some content in your mind. For example, if you do not have any content, and even you know very well Indonesian language, and if I will ask you a topic whom you don't know that topic, you do not have awareness of that topic, you don't know about that topic. So even in your own language, you cannot express. And if you are trying to speak in English, of course, that will be almost impossible. So first of all, what you're going to say, you should have a clarity in your mind what you are going to say. First of all, automatically, because when you are going towards the other language, you are looking for the words, the suitable words. And everybody, sometimes people, they can read well, they understand the meaning, but they are not very good speaker. You know what is the reason? Because they do not find the right words at the right situation. But when they are listening, they know maybe 80% of your conversation, 90%, 95%. But why they are not able to speak? Because they are not used to, they have all the words in their subconscious, but they do not use the words. Once they have practice, they will automatically, they will be, when those words, they are in the, they are hitting, they are sleeping in his subconscious, automatically they will come. And that person becomes fluent very soon. So I just summarize all these things in a few sentences. Maybe it's not few actually. So this is my opinion what you asked. So yes.
Okay, thank you. I would like to next question. Uh, what do you think? Which one the best communication way? Um, Verbal communication, non-verbal communication, written communication, visual communication. Which one the best? Uh,
It
in your
depends on the situation. It depends on the situation. Uh, for example, in verbal communication, this is necessary when, you know, sometimes you want to express your feeling. Words are very important.
yeah.
And you have, everybody has the feelings, but if you are unable to show your feelings, those feelings are useless. In the same way, if you are smiling, but if you're smiling in the darkness, nobody can see you smile until you will not on the light. So the verbal communication in the words, yes, the words are the light. It comes you into the light. It highlights you, and the next person, he can easily communicate. He can easily understand what you want to say. And in the non-verbal communication, when you have feelings, but these type of communication works when you are closely attached to someone who is really close to you. And for example, if you have mother, if you have a father, if you have a sister, and if you're worried in some matters, you'll never need to say that, hey mom, I'm worried. Without saying, she will notice that you are worried, you are in trouble, or you have some kind of problem. So in these type of cases, nonverbal communication is important. And yes, maybe for some time a picture, sometime just a gentle hug. Sometimes these type of things are really better than the verbal communication, that it really works in non-verbal communication, but it works when you have emotional attachment with someone. And these are the non-verbal communication. And the peaceful communication, yes, it really matters. It does matter. In peaceful communication, when you are going uh, going to when you want that somebody, they understand what you are going to deliver, and especially when you're delivering a lecture, and especially in a polite way, especially these type of techniques are used in schools when you're going for the kids and the teenagers. So this peaceful the soft communication, this is necessary for the teaching point of view. But yes, when you are going to just when you are doing public speaking, when you want to be the people emotional, then uh, uh, you are you have to be energetic. Then that type of communication is necessary in that point of view. So all these categories which you have mentioned, it has different dimensions, it has different categories, and in that situation, it depends on the situation. But the thing is, you should know, if for example, if you think that you're a very good communicator, and you're a public speaker, it means first of all you have to understand the situation, what is the situation, and what type of tempo and the speed and the emotion and the way of communication you have to adopt to deliver to the people.
Okay, nice. By the way, do you have a role model or uh, what I mean, the best communicator in the world, and you recommend it just an example? Yeah, two or
Okay,
three.
so nowadays lots of motivational speakers are around the world. When you just open YouTube and different social media accounts, you will find lots of from different countries. They have their own methods. But there was a time when there are no motivational speakers. At that time, maybe 25 years ago, I read a book, and that person was Dale Carnegie. Do you know about that person?
Exactly, I know.
25 years ago, and now still after even 25 years, that now the motivational speakers are using almost the same method which he has told in his book in different kind of categories. And he was my role model, though I didn't listen him, but I read his books, and he is telling the stories. And I tell you one thing more: when you're talking about communication, you are a Muslim, and in Islamic perspective, I tell you one thing: inside you, inside me, in every human being, there is a kid who wants to listen stories. He is attracted by the stories. In the same way, Dale Carnegie and nowadays the motivational speakers, they use the stories, the small incidents in their communication skills. Maybe they motivate to the people. Maybe that incidents, maybe they can be fake, they can be real, but they use these type of techniques. And why they're using? Because it's really influential. And secondly, in Islamic point of view, do you know about different surahs and there are different incidents God has just said in Quran, like in Surah Namal and Hazrat Yusuf, and there are lots of stories in the Quran. Because if the God just in Quran there are the stories, and God has used this method, then automatically it will influence the people if everybody will use these type of things in his communication. So this is a great example for us, and it will definitely, for example, in generally, if we are talking, and secondly, there are the grabbers. You know, when we start communication in the beginning, the attention level of every listener that is on the peak, that is all-time high. But gradually, when you keep on talking, automatically it will goes down. And when the attention is goes down, you should have some kind of grabber. And what is that grabber? It can be a joke, it can be a story that again it can boost the level of his attention. So these grabbers are necessary during the communication, and that can be a story or incident as well. So it depends. And sometimes, for example, we are talking, and I use this technique in my radio programs as well. For example, during talk, I just say, okay, you're listening?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm with
this is
you.
the. No, I'm not asking. I'm just saying, Agda, you're not listening? So it means this is a grabber. Automatically, when I see that Agda is not attentive, then I use it. Agda, you already know. For example, when you will listen to your name from my voice, automatically you will be attentive. So these type of things are really important in communication. So yeah, I'm sorry, Ajib, because when I start talking, I just detract from the exact topic. So, but I think what you have asked, I just answered that.
Okay, very nice.
Thank you.
Do you have solution? Uh, I mean, how do you overcome stuck in communication?
How come? Come again?
How do you overcome stuck in communication? For example,
Okay, so
because of lack words, vocabularies, lack of idea, yeah, lack of
uh,
confidence, and you stuck in communication and
mhm.
blank, Yeah.
Okay. Suddenly you have blank, and sometime you have no confidence, but you are saying, I tell you one thing. Everybody they wants to speak, and sometimes the speaking in front of people is sometimes it's more horrible than speaking that, than even the death. The fear of mic, this is more dangerous than the death. Can you imagine that some people they cannot speak in front of the people? So in the same way, there are two or three things. Confidence is something else, and when you are blank, this is something that there are lots of reason. And sometimes when you are stuck in some words, that is some other situation. So I try to elaborate in different situations. So first of all, when it comes to confidence, when you're confident, and it doesn't mean that you are confident just through communication. Just your body language just shows you how confident you are. And once when you see yourself that you are confident, you can deliver outstanding. You're speaking awesomely. And one thing more, when you are going in front of the people, just focus on your appearance. And there are some days when you feel, every day we just look at the mirror, and there are quite a few days when we feel that today I'm looking handsome than before. All the time, we do not feel this kind of situation. Sometimes we feel that today, and that day, your confidence level is much higher.
Mm.
And when you keep on just reminding you that you have everything, you have this quality, automatically you will boost your confidence. And one thing more, why? For example, if you just slip on the road, you know what the first thought will come into your mind? The first thing will be the who are looking at me, who are just looking at me. So this is the fear. And if we just look at the reason why I just slept, automatically this thing will remove. And secondly, do not care about the people. You are the manager of your life if you're talking about the confidence. And I have learned this thing after many years, that because we are doing lots of things. For example, I want to wear red shirt, but I do not wear because I will think, but the people will say he's a mature person and he's wearing a red shirt. Why? Because this is, I like that. That was the problem with the people. So you are the manager of you. Like, do not care about the people. And even the people, they never forgive to the people who are the spiritual personalities, like the prophets and the people. And they didn't forgive. They just gossip about them. They just pointed out those personalities, the spiritual personalities. And we are the common man here. So just forget what the people will say. Just focus what you want to do. So first of all, if you have confidence, automatically whatever you will say, the people will pay attention. And secondly, when you are careless, if the people will make fun of you, then everything will be okay. You will see in your surrounding, you will find lots of people who are whose appearance are not good. They are just really awkward, but they are the life. They, without their presence, any party, any gathering, that is incomplete, because they are confident. People keep on laughing on their personality. But they have their own confidence. Just because of that confidence, they are popular among the people. So first of all, the confidence, and the secondly, why you get stuck. When we get stuck in some words, do you have experience when you are going and suddenly a person comes in front of you, and you just try to move aside, and again he comes in front of you, and when you are just going the other side, and again he comes to you, and again you are just in the same words, when two thoughts comes into your mind, and automatically when they collapse, and you becomes blank. So it doesn't mean that you do not have the vocabulary. Sometimes you have the vocabulary, but you have two options, and your mind, your subconscious is unable to decide which word is I'm going to deliver. So if you are clear from your mind, you have done your homework, you are already prepared, you have a content in your mind, then definitely you will never stuck. And yes, how you can improve your vocabulary. You know, for the non-native speakers, especially who wants to speak English, when I need to know the meaning of some words, what I will do, I will just go for the Google, and for example, there is a word, enormous, and I give an option, enormous meaning in Indonesian, meaning in Hindi, meaning in Urdu. So in the same way, what I will do? I will go for meaning in Urdu. Why in Urdu? Then just if you are just going, if you just want to improve your vocabulary, just find the meaning on the same language in English. Automatically, when you will go through two or three words, automatically you will find the words. And secondly, nowadays it's yes, technology has given out. I have just few minutes and I'm going. I'm sorry, I have a very important call, but I am just, let me conclude it.
Yeah.
And secondly, okay, secondly, when we are going to, actually, I just forget what I was just because of that call. So when we are going to search a word, we should try on the same language, and definitely we will find lots of other words. There was a time when there are lots of vocabularies, and there now we have technology, we have lots of opportunities. Without no time, we can get the knowledge. Now we do not have the problem of knowledge. Actually, we have the problem of arranging the knowledge. We have lots of knowledge, but we are unable to decide which kind of knowledge is we need actually. If we just want to search a word, within no time, the meaning of that word is in front of you. But if you just go back 2 or 3 decades, you will see that there are lots of just because of one thing you have to search lots of books. When you are finding that thing from a book, for that purpose you have to explore lots of books, and exploring that sentence or the word or the thing side by side, you are getting extra knowledge for exploring the other books. So that was a really awesome thing, but just because of technology we just stopped that kind of knowledge which we gained. So, in short, that was the answer of your question. And thank you very much. And Okta, it's really, and thank you very much. I'm sorry I have an urgent call and I have to go. But it's really nice talking to you. And yes, I have a time of few seconds. If you want to say something, I'm here.
Yes, I really appreciate. Yeah, it's really insightful. It's very beneficial for me. That's I took a lot of notes. Yeah, but Alhamdulillah, inshallah, yeah, I will try to. I hope this is applicable to my life. And let me try it, and let me try apply in my life. Yeah, it's really helpful for me. Yeah, that's good, inspiring.
Sure. Okay, thank you very much. Since it's
Yeah.
your words are really motivational for me that you consider my words.
Okay, that's all.
Okay,
Inshallah, we
thank you very much. Inshallah,
another.
we will talk tomorrow
Sure, sure, sure. Inshallah.
at the same time.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you
take
very
take
much,
very good care of yourself. Take care. Bye bye.
guys. Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam.